Hello and welcome back to this channel. Today is going to be a packed full video because today we are going to be planting and germinating a lot of seeds from strawberries, blueberries, a ton of different microgreens, replanting strawberries, all sorts of stuff we're going to be doing today. So before we do start today's video, please subscribe, hit the bell notification on all so you're not missing our video. Please like this video. Let's go start today's video. So to everyone that's kind of already starting their seed shopping for this upcoming 2025 summer gardening year, and you guys have happened to go through the strawberry and blueberry section, those seeds are outrageously expensive. So I ended up going up to the supermarket, going up to the grocery store, picking up some blueberries and some strawberries. After a few days, that's what we got. That's actually how I got those strawberry seeds. I'm going to do these a little bit of a different way. Usually they're not really recommended to soak before, but I don't really need them to be very particular with how many seeds are going to be in each one. So I'm just going to go ahead and soak these for a long time. And then a lot of the blueberry seeds will be transplanted in like these types of pots and then covered up. And then they'll go in like a tray like this. But strawberries will be a little bit different because I'm going to germinate those a little bit of a different way. So there can be about maybe 3, 4, 5 seeds in each one. So another thing I really want to do, at least at some point in today's video, is I really want to start microgreens once again. We've done microgreens on the channel before, but it's been quite some time since we really started doing that. So we got a lot of ones. We got, well, that's the lettuce section actually. We got broccoli, basic salad mix, which has kale. I don't even know what that second one is. We got broccoli, cabbage, and all of those. Then spicy salad mix, which is a ton of those, like cabbage, mustard, broccoli, all sorts of stuff like that. Then we also got that sunflower mix, which needs to be soaking for quite some time before. And then we also got some pea seeds. These are pea shoots. They're a lot different compared to just normal peas, the sugar peas I'm growing currently. So I might go ahead and start soaking both of those, and then I'll see you guys in a second once I have those ready. Alright, so I really just kind of put the seeds in. We got pea shoots, and we also got sunflowers. I was going to fill these up, the strawberries and blueberries, with water, but I'm just now looking at the seeds, and that's just going to be impossible to get the seeds to be in the spots I really want, especially with how wet they're going to be. So forget that idea. It would work a lot better, and the germination process would be a lot quicker. But I think for how neat they will start growing, it'll be much better to just put them in how they are. And so hopefully in the next 2-3 hours, we'll be getting a delivery. We ordered compost, peat moss, and perlite to make a perfect combination of just soil that the plants would absolutely thrive in. But the peat moss is supposed to get here in like 2 weeks. So I'm just going to use something that's pretty much exactly like peat moss, which is going to be coconut coir, and I have a ton of that, so I'm just going to go ahead and use that to kind of be as a substitute for that. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing for the soil problems. But kind of talking about the plants we're going to be germinating also today, we have 3 different types of just flowers and 3 different types of vegetables. Now obviously if you look through here, some of them aren't really going yet. Like daisies are a little bit behind still, and celery definitely behind. It's actually starting to come up today, so we'll be talking about that a lot more in our informational plant tour later today. But the cosmos are ready. Daisies, they're definitely growing, but I'm gonna have to just put a pass on that, and I'll probably just go ahead and put that in a different pot later this week. Then cucumbers could go in pots, broccoli could go in pots, poppy seeds could definitely go in pots. Now obviously if you have been on the channel before, we've talked about all of these. All of these get too big for the setup I have. For an example, like the cucumbers, the broccoli, obviously the celery, poppy seeds, little bit kind of in that higher range, and cosmos definitely there. But all of these can still do good. Broccoli, I probably won't have it grow fully in here And depending on how fast it does grow, I might move it outside. But this is going to be more of an experiment to see how they grow and learn a lot more about these particular plants. Same thing with cucumbers, but I think cucumbers could probably stay in here. And I'll have those grow a different way, kind of going up the shelf. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and kind of stall for the next few hours till the soil gets here, and then I'll probably go ahead and start with the microgreens, and then we'll go on from there. Alright, so it's been about 4 hours since I really did my last part of this video, but we got everything in the mail. We have all of the soil and all of that, so we're going to go put everything in the soil bucket. We're going to mix it all together, and I'll see you guys once that's ready. Alright, I've so far gotten everything, the compost and the perlite in that, and now I'm going to go ahead and add the coconut coir in to kind of replace the peat moss. And then, yeah, we'll see how this goes. And I'm going to go ahead and mix that. And I'll slowly keep adding in other stuff. All right. So, I was kind of thinking it through. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and not do the microgreens tonight. And just do that tomorrow because it is getting quite late. But I do think I'm still going to go ahead and transplant all of those other ones. And it would just work better to do the microgreens tomorrow because I should have really started soaking those other plants yesterday. So I will also be doing these. I might just go ahead and do those now really quick and then do those other ones kind of for the finale of today's video. And at some point I really need to kind of move those strawberry plants into more pots like these ones. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up some pots, and then I'll see you guys in a second once we're ready to do these. Alright, so I got both of these. Strawberries are going to go in that, and blueberries are going to go in this because strawberries grow a lot differently, and I really want at least one seed to be in each one, so I'm going to try to do my best on that. But for this, I'm just going to kind of grab some seeds and sprinkle it on top. Nothing like extremely thick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly try to sprinkle stuff in each one. And if I have some more, once I'm done kind of with that process, I'll go through it kind of again and try to get it as even as possible. But I don't even know if these seeds are going to germinate. It'll just be a good experiment to see if they do, and I'll keep you guys updated on how they grow over the next few weeks. And I'll see you guys in a second once I start with the strawberries. Alright, so here's kind of what I'm going to say here. With the strawberries, most of the seeds won't germinate. Even if they do, it'll take an extremely long time. So I think I'm just going to grab some seeds and just kind of sprinkle them on top. I might try to do 1 or 2 on each one. I just want to use up as many seeds as possible. And if there's too many, I'll just kind of pull them out over time. So I'm just going to keep doing that once I'm done with the seeds. So then, yeah, I'll see you guys in a second once I am about to put the soil on top. Alright, well, I'm getting a little bit distracted here because if you guys are new to the channel, we have an aquaponics system and we just got a ton of new fish and snails. So check out that snail. It is so cool to see just how much life are in you can put in this fish tank. We did a lot of stuff with that yesterday if you guys want to check out those videos. But I ended up getting all the seeds in. Now all we really want to do is do an extremely light layer of soil on top. Nothing thick, nothing too thin. Just try to cover up the seeds as best as possible. I'm going to do a little bit here and there, and do not pack it down. I know a lot of people typically try to pack it down. Just don't. It pretty much does absolutely nothing, and it actually makes the seeds have a little bit of a harder time to actually come up. So that's all you really want to do. Just try to pack it in as lightly as possible on top, and that'll help with germination. And I'm going to go ahead and do it to all the other pots, and I'll see you guys in a second once I start putting the humidity dome on top of them. Alright, so I ended up moving them over to this section and turned off both of the other fans. So really all we want to do in the beginning is do a very light layer of water on top to try to get the soil as wet and moist as possible. So we're just going to slowly do that, and we're going to do the same with these two. Just something not crazy. We will do a layer of soil, water on the bottom. In that kind of drip tray we have under it. So, yeah. So we just have a little bit left to do. We have this area, and then we have one thing left. So let's just go ahead and do that. And then, so here's how we're gonna do it. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with these. I think I might do just put plastic on the top of each one and kind of tape it on, and that's how I'm gonna do it. It won't be the best as like what I'm gonna do with this. I'm just gonna do one sheet over it, and I'm gonna tape it on the sides. I'm gonna kind of tuck it in on both of the sides, and then this will be the main side I water the bottom of the drip tray on. So I'll see you guys in a second once I can do one of these and this tray, and I'll talk about kind of everything about that. All right, so I've gotten quite a lot done. That's kind of how the tray is. I ended up tucking it all in there. Same on the other side, and I ended up taping the other sides down so there can be as least amount of just air that gets under there to take all that humidity out, because the idea of the humidity dome is to keep as much humidity and moisture in that confined area as possible, and just that really helps the seeds just germinate. And me personally, I really feel like it's significantly brought up the time than when you don't have a humidity dome over like strawberry or blueberry or like all sorts of seeds. They typically grow, but when you do, for some reason, they like, it's like 70 or it's like 25% faster than the other ones. That's kind of how I feel. It just takes a few less days for the germination to happen. So it's going to be a little bit slow for this one, because this one is sadly going to take quite some time, but once it's done, it's going to be nice. That's over, and very excited. But once they do start to germinate, it'll really suck to have to take these off. But I'm going to go ahead and work on this for the next 10 minutes, and I'll see you guys once this is ready. All right, so I just finished all of those. It took about 15-ish minutes, which isn't that bad. All the fans are off, so I need to turn those back on in a second. All the grow lights I've turned off too, so it's going to be a little bit harder to see what I'm doing. So I don't exactly know where I'm really going to go ahead and put these. I'll probably just go ahead and put them like where the other plants were, and then over time I'll kind of move them around. And then I'm going to go ahead and start filling up some other pots, and we'll go ahead and start planting those other plants. All right, so I haven't filled up the pots yet, but I'm kind of figuring out what to plant in each pot and what would thrive the best in the different type of pot. So here's what I'm thinking. So obviously some of the plants aren't ready, so I'm going to have to kind of hold some spots for those other plants. Like the celery isn't ready, and I don't think the daisies are ready yet, but we do have about 4 plants that are. So I think I'm going to go with the 2 flowers, the poppy seeds and cosmos will go in those 2 pots, and I'll kind of figure out those. And I'll hold the other 2 areas for different plants. Because really each shelf can hold about 4 pots. And then in both of these, 1 pot, I'm thinking it's going to go with maybe, I'll have to think about how many plants I really want to put in that pot. And then I'll probably just go ahead and put one of the best just broccoli plants. I guess I'll just go through them, see which one has the best root structure and just the leaves look the biggest, and that will go in the very middle of that pot, and we'll see how that goes over the next few weeks. And yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and fill these pots up and see how much soil we have, and if we do have quite a lot left over, I might do a little bit extra like for the cucumbers and do another pot for that. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a second once it's ready. All right, so I ended up getting all of those done. I think I'm going to do 2 pots of cucumbers, 1 pot of 1 plant of broccoli, and then I think I'm going to do cosmos and poppy seeds in the other one. And I'll still kind of figure out what will go, how much will go in each. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start working with that, and I'll see you guys in a second once the stuff is ready to go in the pots. All right, so I just did a lot of the stuff off camera. We have cucumbers over there, and we have broccoli in the middle. The broccoli plant kind of looks sad just because there's 1 in it, but give it about 2 weeks and you'll be surprised with how fast and how much it grows. Then we also did just all the soil in all the pots, and it's pretty much ready for the other plants to go in. So I'm going to be going through them, picking out the ones that have the most, and the plants that look the best, and that's what will go in those pots. And I don't think I'm really going to do much than that. I'll probably just do 4 in each pot, let those grow, and just get rid of the other ones. I might put them in some little pots to just kind of work with over time, but other than that, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys in a second once it's done. Alright, so I pretty much finished everything. I ended up getting a lot more soil too, so that is exciting. Now I will have to order even more. I'm going to go ahead and place these on the shelves. A little bit of some things I really need to clean for the next few minutes. And then, yeah, that will be the end of the video. Alright, so, over the last few hours, I've gotten all of this done. The poppy seeds and the cosmos, all of these are looking good. I do feel like they'll look pretty bad for the next 3 days, but once the 3rd day happens, they'll start to absolutely thrive, just like the bunching onions down there. And then these will be very, very fun to work with, strawberries and blueberries. I've never really worked with blueberries before, so it'll be a fun experiment and experience to work with those in the future. So yeah, this is gonna be the end of the video. If you guys like these types of videos, please subscribe, hit the bell notification on all so you not miss our video. Please like this video. I just really want to give a second to thank you all for watching today's video and supporting the channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow when we post next. Peace.